Good evening, children. I hope everyone are doing fine. Let us continue with the chapter 12, that is reproduction in plants. So today we are going to study about sexual reproduction in plants. As I mentioned, there are two types of reproduction in case of plants, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In our previous class, we studied about asexual reproduction, where in that process of reproduction, only single parent has been involved, right? So we had studied many methods of vegetative propagation, right? So here we will be studying about sexual reproduction, where both the parent, that is male and female gamete, is involved in giving rise to a new plant. So we shall study, children. Coming to sexual reproduction in plants, so majorly I have taken hibiscus flower to explain this concept. So here you can see the parts of hibiscus flower. So first we are going to look the petals. So petals is an attractive part for many insects for pollination. I'll explain what is pollination in the upcoming slide. Okay. So first is petals. So what color you can see? It is pink in color, isn't it? And you can see stem, which is green in color. And above the stem, inside the flower, you can see ovary. Okay. So that will be the female part. And this is enclosed by a calyx, which is green like tiny petals, and long tube like structure. You can see it is a pistil. We call it as pistil, which is said to be female reproductive part. Okay. And this pistil consists of filament, okay, anther, and you see style and stigma. So overall pistil is said to be female reproductive system. So this female reproductive system is having this one. So it is stick to anther as well as filament, which is said to be a male reproductive system. Anther and filament together called as stamen. Okay, what we call it as stamen. So stamens are said to be male reproductive system and pistil is the female reproductive part. So children, coming to types of flowers, so we can see two types of flowers. One is unisexual flowers and another one is bisexual flowers. What do you mean by unisexual? Uni means one, bi means two. So unisexual means, we shall study what is unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers in the next slide. So here unisexual flowers means it has either only one stamen, that is ಒಂದು ಮೇಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಯುನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್. ಈದರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟೆಮನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಪಿಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕಾರ್ನ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ or papaya flowers and cucumber flowers, all these have unisexual flowers. Okay, flowers that bear either stamen or pistil are called as unisexual flowers. Coming to bisexual flowers, so bi means two. So here flowers have both pistil as well as stamen. You can give best example is hibiscus, right? It has both pistil as well as stamen. Just now we saw in the second slide, right? So your flowers that contain both stamen as well as pistil are termed as bisexual flowers. Okay, example mustard, rose, petunia, all these flowers are said to be bisexual flowers. So remember children, unisexual means ಸ್ಟೇಮನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಪಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬೈಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೋತ್ ಎರಡೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಫ್ಲವರಲ್ಲಿ, ಪಿಸ್ಟಲು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟೆಮನ್ನು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್. So coming to pollination. So pollination, in one plant you see many flowers, right? How that many flowers will grow? That is because of the process pollination. What do you mean by pollination? The transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of the same flower is called pollination. So I explained, right? So pistil has this anther and filaments. These anther and filaments are together called as stamens. You remember, children, this anther has a pollen grains inside that. Okay, I'll explain uh, in the live session by doing the diagram on the whiteboard. Okay, so this anther has pollen grains inside them. These pollen grains are transferred to stigma is a female part. Okay, it will transfer to stigma, and that process, that transfer of pollen grains from the anther, okay, from the anther to the stigma ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗಿ pollen grains ಬೀಳತ್ತೆ. Okay, so from where the pollen grains is transferring, from anther to stigma, it's called pollination. So this might be carried by pollinating agents that you will be studying in the next class. Okay, so by bees or any insects or butterflies or through water, through rain. Okay, this pollen may transfer from one flower to another flower. Okay, so here we can see two types of pollination. One is self pollination and another one is cross pollination. ಎರಡು ಥರ pollination ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದು self pollination, ಒಂದು cross pollination. We shall see what is this self as well as cross pollination. Okay, coming to self pollination. If the pollen lands on the stigma of the same flower, ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು hibiscus flower ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ, ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸಾರಿ, there will be one hibiscus flower and you know what is pollen grains and stigma. Okay, so if the pollen lands on the stigma of the flower or another ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಗಿಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಹೈಬಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸು ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Okay, of the same plant. That is said to be self-pollination. So if the pollen lands on the stigma of the same flower or another flower of a same plant, ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೇ ಒಂದೇ ಫ್ಲವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸು ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ, ಅದೇ ಫ್ಲವರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೊಂದು ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಟೈಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಈ ರೀತಿನೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ಲಿ 2-3 ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ಗೆ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಗೇನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಐದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ one flower to another flower of same plant, or we can say within a flower the pollination happens. That kind of pollination is said to be self pollination. Okay, in the picture you can notice, so first one is a pollen grains, it is going on sticking to stigma, that is second one. Third one is a anther. Okay, so next is cross pollination. So when the pollen of a flower lands on the stigma of a flower of a different plant of the same kind, ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಹೈಬಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರ ಪಕ್ಕನೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೈಬಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಹೈಬಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೈಬಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೈಬಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. Okay, so such kind of pollination is said to be cross pollination. Here you can see first one is pollen grains, it is going on sticking to another flower of different plant of same kind. Okay, third will be the anther. Okay, so this is about cross pollination. Coming to fertilization, after the transfer of pollen grains on the stigma, what happens? The cell which results after fusion of gametes is called zygote. Okay, so fertilization happens. So ಇವಾಗ pollen grains ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ pollen grains develop a pollen tube. Okay, and I've shown you the ovaries of a hibiscus flower, right? So it will go and fuse with the ovum and develops a zygote. Okay, so this pollen, you can see pollen tube how it is formed. Okay, so this is how fertilization happens. Okay, so here the cell which results after fusion, it is a fusion alva, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. It is a fusion of gametes is called zygote. So fusion of gametes ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it results in the formation of zygote. Gametes is nothing but male and female gamete. Okay, so the process of fusion of male and female gametes to form zygote is called fertilization. So what is the definition for fertilization, children? The process of fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. After fertilization, the zygote will develops into an embryo. Okay, so the upper stage of zygote is embryo. Okay, so this was the concept about sexual reproduction in plants. In next class we shall study about seed formation and pollinating agents. Okay, I hope you followed the chapter, children. So do complete your classwork and have a good day.